Lifestyle Buzz today with Orlando. Fresh, innovative, entertaining talk about topics we are all in one way or another involved with. And now here's your host, Orlando Burgos.
Well, hello, fellow humanoids. I hope everybody's doing good right after Thanksgiving. I hope everybody got a nice load of turkey and ham and apple pie. Pumpkin pie, yeah, all kinds of pie. I don't know. I'm going to make a comment here that people are going to dislike me for, but I think that we need to bring back a little bit of the reverence that Thanksgiving has always been about. I mean, I don't know that the younger generations is taking it as serious as we did in my days. Mr. Mandel, this is Mr. Rico Mandel. Welcome.
Thank you.
What do you think?
I don't know. I mean, to me, it just depends. If you're talking about the historic Thanksgiving or if you're talking about just the general, I mean, I always like Thanksgiving. To me, it's always been a time when you can go hang out with your family and your family gets
hang
together,
loose.
you know, and just enjoy a great meal and good food, and the one of the few times a year where you actually make a full turkey.
Yeah.
So, you know, I mean, I've always enjoyed it, but
to me, it's like, you know, I need to watch my Dallas game. Of course, damn, what a great game this was, huh? Sweet?
Come on, Cowboys. Come on.
I know.
Come on.
I mean, they rallied, they tied, and the whole thing, and then...
And gave it away.
and they gave it away.
Ah. But those refs, too, though. I'm sorry. I'm just going to say those refs, too, though.
Yeah, I was going to say, some of those penalties were not penalties. And I'm not saying because they were against us. But I mean, come on.
I think that extra 145, 165 yards or however far it was would have made a big difference, huh?
Yeah. No. You know what? I think I'm a big soccer fan. Where I come from, soccer is king, the whole thing. And lately, I have to say that the refereeing has been atrocious. And we have the World Cup coming up.
Mm-hmm.
I hope that they do something about that, because the last Cup, many of the games were totally destroyed because of bad calls. It's for some reason or another, these are not kiddie sports.
No.
They're rough sports, okay? We know that. People that play them know that. I think we need to take the little pinky gloves off and let it happen the way it's supposed to be. I mean, yeah, I don't believe that somebody needs to get bashed on the head. That's no good. I mean, like, you know. But by the same token, football players need also not be so mollycoddled like they do today. What do you think?
Well, I think, you know, you got to protect them. I mean, you know, we know a lot more about, you know, about the medical, you know, the health hazards and whatnot of getting knocked around and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
And so as long as they're being protected and they've got the right protective gear and everything, great. You know, have at it. It's their choice. They decided they were going to play football and accept those responsibilities.
We're going to talk about something when we come back. We're almost ready to go on a break here. And I see Mr. Swade looking at me ugly. Take it away, son.
Let's talk about your credit cards. When you first start using them, it's a slow drip. You make charges, then more charges, then bills come, and they keep coming. When you open your statements, the floodgates come pouring in. You realize you have more credit card debt than you can afford, and you're barely making the minimum payments. Wouldn't it be nice to make one affordable payment and have all your credit card bills covered? Make this free call and learn our responsible way to get your credit card bills paid and under control.
Sponsored by Consumer Education Services, a nonprofit organization.
800-876-3643. 800-876-3643. 800-876-3643. That's 800-876-3643.
CESI is not a loan company. The establishment of a debt management plan may adversely affect your credit rating. Non-payment of debt may lead creditors to increase finance and other charges to undertake collection activity, including liquidation.
Right, we are back, and we were talking about protecting our players, and I fully agree with that. Rico, you made a real good point about that. What I don't understand is, like, if there is a rough ball team game,
Right.
rugby,
Okay.
no padding, no helmets, just bodies against bodies and stuff like that. A few broken teeth here and there, I guess. But it seems to me that the people are better conditioned to withstand a lot of the impact that goes along with it. Is that our people are, you see them with a sprained toe, and right away it's like 6 weeks off, and a lot of the players, they spend more time nursing a hangnail than actual playing. I mean, maybe the laws are a little too stringent to.
No, I think it just has to do with the fact that you can get sued for anything.
Yeah, well.
And so if you don't take all the little precautions, then as a team, the team ownership and whatnot making, billions of dollars or whatever they make, and if you have one misstep, it's kind of like a doctor. One misstep, then that's why their insurance is so high. Is because whatever happens,
maybe we ought to have a team of lawyers against lawyers to see how they like it. So
anyway. There you go.
Well, you know what I mean. Seriously, everything today has to do because the lawyers. I think they're taking the fun out of a lot of things.
Well, we're one of the few countries where you have that kind of stuff going on. You know? I mean, in a lot of the, for instance, in England, half of the lawsuits that you've got going on that would go here, they would laugh in your face and say, forget it. No, go away. Like
well, you know what I mean? They have been trying actually to do no-fault insurance here for a long, long time, so that the punitive part is no longer the attraction to create all these lawsuits and stuff like that. But the trial lawyers will not allow it to go by. I mean, they lose their bread and butter, Speaking of England, my boy, you've been away. You've been traveling all over the place. You've been going, 3 months?
Yeah. I left August 22nd and just got back it was pretty much 3 months exactly. Came back on the 23rd.
Was this something that you've been planning for a long, long time, or? I hate to say it. I hate the word bucket list. Okay, I really do. It's like 24/7, man. That just irritates the K-pop out of me. Was this something that you've been planning for a long time?
No,
it just happened.
Well, kind of. Yeah. I mean, I've wanted to go back to Europe for a while, and it's been the last time I was there was in 2008, and then I thought, and with the pandemic and everything, I thought, I can work from anywhere. I kind of, how often do I really actually see my clients in person? How often do I actually have to be there? And I realized, I don't have to be there all the time. I might see my clients 2 or 3 times in a year in person, and the rest of it's all virtual. So I thought, okay, well, why not work from overseas?
Fly was to be part of the show.
Well, it loves you. So
wait in line for the autograph, girl.
So I figured, all right, well, why not work from overseas, go see the world. And the other thing, of course, I also wanted to do was know what it's like to actually live in a different country rather than be a tourist. Because when you're a tourist, it's a whole different.
Oh, God, yeah. You actually practice something that we in the business of travel called ecological travel. And there's a lot of people that actually go places, they spend a lot of money visiting very beautiful sites and stuff like that, and never actually get to see where they've been. You know, they spend their time sitting by a pool, swinging margaritas or whatever, which is fine. It's fine. But I think that they are really letting a great opportunity pass them by in getting to know what's out there for real.
Oh,
you know?
absolutely.
I mean, traveling is such an educational and open-minding business. You know, it's. I have actually enjoyed more of being on the road, talking to people of different cultures, from very native people up in the Andes. I mean, like, it's surprising to what you see. You know, I took a train from Quito to Cuenca, and you go through the Andes, the highest point, and the trains are not what you. There are cars like what we recognize, but most of the trains in that area are open air, and they sit benches to the outside, and there's no walls. And the reason is that the stops at all these little sites, 11,000, almost 12,000 feet up in the air, the people come over and they just jump in the train, and the train is just rolling really slow. But the funny thing is that what you see a lot of is elderly people with these humongous bundles of potatoes jumping in the train because they're going to a site to sell the potatoes.
Right.
And then they come back, you know. They don't pay. They just jump in the train and go, you know. And then for the tourists, the biggest fun is actually riding on the roof of the train. You know, there's a place called the Devil's Nose as the train goes from Riobamba to Cuenca. And it's a zigzag pattern. And you're like on the edge of the cliff, sitting on top of the roof, and you're going like, I'm going to die today. Yeah. I hope I can learn to fly within the next 5 seconds. But you know what? It's exhilarating. It fills your heart. It fills your soul. It fills you with that energy to learn more. Did you get that?
Oh, yeah. I mean, you know, when I left, I did, you know, I mean, people would say, well, you know, how much research did you do? My research was make sure you got a place to stay. That was the research I did.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, some of the places I'd been to before, other places I hadn't, but it wasn't about finding all the tourist attractions. It was about show up, get there, and then figure it out from there. You know, and you know, it's kind of, and also just being willing to take things as they come every day.
Right.
You know, you wake up, you have your breakfast or whatever you do in the morning, and then, okay, now what? You know, I've got work to do a little work in the morning, do work in the evening, because that's when things are going on. And, yeah.
Let's take a little bit of a break here. Let's try to get ourselves hunting for a fly. It's bugging the daylights out of me.
I'll get on that.
Yeah, okay.
We'll be right back.
Attention real estate investors. Do you need cash immediately? If you own one or multiple rental properties, you can use your equity to get cash out fast. The best part is we don't need tax returns or even a good credit score. At America's Loan Source, we are not a bank and we don't have bank rules. We make the decisions to loan you money, and there's no limit how much we can give you. Some clients have gotten as much as $500,000 or more within days. Use the money any way you want. If you own one rental property or 100 and COVID has left you in a cash crunch, we can help you turn your equity into fast cash. Call now for details and close in as little as 10 days and get the cash you need. 800-353-1760. 800-353-1760. 800-353-1760. That's 800-353-1760.
These are the sounds of Columbo's Italian Steakhouse and Jazz Club.
Look at this ribeye. Did you see that ribeye?
Fantastic. Incredible.
This is delicious.
Sausage and lentil soup, special today. Very, very good.
Look at this garlic bread. Best garlic bread I ever had.
And here's Vic Perino, owner and operator of Columbo's.
A lot of the Italian recipes are my uncle's own recipes. We have a lot of people coming back for his hand-rolled lasagna. We make it basically from scratch. I think ours is exceptional.
Here's Vic on what makes Columbo's different than any other Italian restaurant.
The other thing that sets us apart from other Italian restaurants is that we're an Italian steakhouse. We specialize in our steaks.
Plus, there's more.
We have entertainment 7 nights a week. So they're coming for a lot of reasons to value. Their value per dollar that they're getting, plus coming into a neighborhood-friendly place. Sometimes we're actually accused of being the melting pot of Eagle Rock.
Columbo's in Eagle Rock on Colorado Boulevard, 323-254-9138. Manja.
Joe Biden's Afghanistan withdrawal has changed America, not because of the Taliban or outside powers or even because America's leaders are making mistakes. Afghanistan changed America because America's leaders want to change America. America's string of disasters come from leaders who want a disaster for the American power.
But the idea that somehow there's a way to have gotten out without chaos, I don't know how that happens.
They want to fundamentally transform the United States.
We have an incredible opportunity to fundamentally transform the country.
The Bible forecasted that they want to blot out the United States of America. How? We discuss this and so much more on our program, The Trumpet Daily. We're live weekday mornings at 11 a.m. Central Time in the United States. You can listen at CRN Digital Radio, Channel 3, or watch the live video stream at our website, thetrumpet.com.
All right, we are back and hopefully flyless. Anyway, one of the things that I was mentioning before we went on break was that I hate the word bucket list, and I'll tell you why. To me, when people say, well, it's in the bucket list, it's almost the same thing as the New Year's resolution. It's just an excuse to not do something. No, I think like what you did, that's why I asked you if you planned this for a long, long time, because I travel the same way. I happen to be a travel wholesaler, which means that I make arrangements with hotels for the contracts, for better pricing and all of that. And I'm the one who puts the packages together with the airlines and the cruise lines and everybody for the retail travel agent to make a little bit of money selling it to the consumer. I never touch the base with the consumer. So I can answer questions to them, but if I do, then they start asking me, well, what is your price?
Right.
Try to ace the other people out, And I don't do that. What is that? We have like a banging noise?
I'm not getting anything over here. It might be, just maybe the mic moving a little bit.
Yeah.
Could be my heartbeat.
Probably.
I hope I'm not having a heart attack now.
Then it's a good thing to hear.
I know.
And maybe that fly's heartbeat.
Where was I? Before the boom, boom, boom. Anyway, I think that we're talking about the bucket list.
yeah.
Bucket list.
Mm-hmm.
And I tell people that travel, that's why I ask a lot of questions and things like that, even through the travel, through the travel agents, for them to ask the consumer, what is their lifestyle like?
Right.
You know? And I try to put something that makes them comfortable while away, but not homey.
Mm-hmm.
People need to get away from that. I mean, there's people that travel with their own pillows and they travel with their own blankets, and I'm like, please, you know, people survive the cold in other countries or the heat in other countries. So there's no need for any of that. I mean, I find that to be so superficial.
Mm-hmm.
But yet, they don't go to a local restaurant to try the food. And I think that's the most marvelous thing that you can do. Go to a local place, have a mom and pop fix you a steak or whatever it is that you want, fish, whatever, in their methods.
Mm-hmm.
Did you try that? You're a chef.
Yeah. I mean, I ate in people's homes. I ate at local restaurants. I would just kind of walk around and say, oh, that looks good. I'm going to go eat there. Or I'd eat off of a cart. And I was fortunate in Morocco. I got to experience all of it. I got to experience restaurant. I got to experience eating with the family at home and also eating street food, right? And one of the interesting things in Morocco, of course, is everybody eats with their hands.
Yeah. And
they all eat out of the same, so if the family's sitting around the table, right? Well, all the dishes are on the table, and everybody's just reaching in with their hands. And
really?
Everything's with bread, right? So it's like they're eating bread with bread. I mean, everybody gets a big round piece of bread, and then you take off a little bit, and you use that to kind of scoop. And like I said, everybody's hands are in the same thing. And delicious food, great food.
Is it?
And and then sometimes if you're when I was with these people and they'd be like, oh, hey, eat. And then they just pick something up and put it on your plate with their hands. I mean, there's no utensils. There's none of that. And it got me to think of, well, maybe our society maybe one of the reasons why we've got so many illnesses and allergies and all this stuff is because we haven't trained our immune systems to deal with it. And I started looking things up and I'm going, well, oh, okay, well, in Morocco, it's not as if they have a really low, that the average lifespan is that much lower than what we have here, or as if there's other things that are going on that impede their life. The rates of allergy and all that stuff, they don't have like everybody and their brother has some sort of allergy to something, whereas we have it over here. So I'm thinking, I don't know, there might be something to that.
How much time we have? No. Why don't we take a little break right now and come back? And I got another question for you.
Okay.
We'll be right back.
Does your current bathroom need to be updated immediately? Introducing One Day Bath and Shower Remodeling, the complete and hassle-free way to get the new bathroom of your dreams in as little as 1 day, and for as little as $199 a month. Yes, the experts at One Day Bath and Shower Remodeling will come to you anywhere in the country and show you all the customized options. Now you can have a brand new bathroom in as little as 1 day. Large or small bathrooms bathrooms. If you want a new bathtub or shower installed, we can do it in as little as 1 day. And if you call right now, you can save $750 off your remodel. We make it easy by offering you financing as low as $199 per month. Call now to schedule your free in-home consultation.
855-525-7454. 855-525-7454. That's 855-525-7454.
Hi, this is Fred Dreyer. Mike Lindell, the inventor and CEO of MyPillow, wants to give back to our listeners. You can get great discounts on all MyPillow products if you go to MyPillow.com right now and click on the Radio Listener Special. Get deep discounts on MyPillow mattress toppers, towels, and so much more. For example, Mike is offering a buy one, get one free offer on Giza sheets. All MyPillow products come with a 60-day money-back guarantee and a 10-year warranty. So go to MyPillow.com and click on the Radio Listeners Special for a buy one, get one free offer on Giza sheets. Enter my promo code WORKSFORME for these great specials. Go to MyPillow.com and enter my promo code WORKSFORME. I'm Fred Dreyer, and believe me, this deal really does work for me.
Hi, everybody. Michael Horn from CRNDigitalTalk.com. You know, we provide you with the best in talk radio. 8 channels of talk radio, for radio on the left to radio on the right. Sports talk, business talk, religious talk, Spanish talk. You name it, we've got talk radio for you. All at CRNTalk.com. Well, now we bring you video as well as audio. That's right. Watch your favorite shows like the Fred Dreyer program, What's Cooking Today, What's Cooking on Wine, The Lounge, Richard Nixon Live, and so many other shows on video right at our website, CRNTalk.com. You can also watch us on Roku. Just search CRN Talk and you can watch us on any Roku TV anywhere in the world. Also on Facebook Live. Just go to Facebook.com/CRN Talk. Roku, search CRN Talk. Facebook.com/CRN Talk. Check us out on Tiki Live and at CRN Talk too. Video for you talk fans, all from CRN Talk.
Do you want to fly somewhere, anywhere in the world? Smart travelers call myflightsearch.com for the best deals on flight tickets. Going to Manila, Bangkok, London, how about Singapore? Call myflightsearch.com for the lowest flight tickets available. What about a local vacation? Let's say you want to fly to Vegas, Orlando, Miami, Los Angeles, or Denver. Pick up the phone and call myflightsearch.com right now. We have exclusive deals that you can't find anywhere else. The only way you can get these low airline prices is by calling us. We have so many low prices available, we can't possibly tell them to you right here and now. If you're flying somewhere anytime in the next 6 months and you want the lowest airline ticket prices anywhere, you owe it to yourself to save a ton of money. So pick up your cell phone and call myflightsearch.com right now.
Call 800-445-3166. 800-445-3166. That's 800-445-3166. Call now. 800-445-3166.
We are back, and with us, Mr. Rico Mandel at Lifestyle Buzz. One of the things, I grew up in the European style when it came to meals, you know. And meals were to be relished. They were like a fun event, breakfast and stuff like that. And it was all about light bantering. You know, my grandfather was a pretty heavyweight business guy, but he never spoke business at the table. Well, it was, you know, had to do all with the kids and the schools and the coffee growing in the back, whatever happened to be. But it was like a ceremony. It was, so nice. And dinners were not short by any means. I mean, they were like lengthy times, so very leisurely. They started with cheeses and wine. I mean, we grew up with that ambient. But even the houses that did not, like in our house, we had people that served us, because there's a category people. But like, we used to go eat with friends and stuff like that. It's always the same thing. Little time for the little bread and little fruit and, little knickknacks before the heavy meals. And it was such an enjoyable time. Now it's all about gulping up half a hamburger or whatever it is, or 2 bites, and get on the move. Do they still have that type of feeling even in modern times in Europe?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I saw a lot of that when I was there. Certainly when I mean, in Italy, for instance, right? The normal course is you're going to be there for a couple of hours having lunch, right? And you'll have maybe some sort of appetizer or whatever. Then maybe you'll have your pasta course. Then maybe you'll have a meat or a fish course, and then maybe you'll have dessert, some coffee, etc. And that can, and if you're with somebody, then that could be 2 or 3 hours.
Right.
I mean, a lot of things start closing down like I was in Florence and in Venice, and between the hours of about 1 o'clock, 1:30 till about 4:30 or so, a lot of the older shops and the small shops, a lot of them close down. The tourist places, they stay open. A lot of the restaurants will stay open maybe till about 2 or 2:30, but then they shut down too until service at anywhere. They might reopen anywhere from 5:30 to 7:30, depending on the place. But aside from if you might see for them, fast food is not exactly what we have here. It's a little, cart.
Right.
You go there, you have a little something. You're not sitting down to have a big meal, but you're maybe having a glass of wine and a sandwich or whatever. But in all the restaurants, you're for lunch, and I don't see anybody rushing around trying to gulp down a meal so they can get to the next place and do whatever it is. And the other thing is, as you mentioned, I spoke to all kinds of different people. I'd be sitting in a cafe in the later afternoon having a glass of wine and whatnot, strike up a conversation. Nobody ever asks you what you do for a living.
Well, yeah, I know.
Your car. They're not interested in the possessions you have. It's just a discussion of whatever, current events or how are things and where do you come from, that kind of thing. Which I found to be great.
Well, what is really funny is that, like I mentioned, my grandfather was an industrial guy. He also grew coffee and had a mattress factory, furniture factory, and rental car. You name it, he was into it. Okay, and he always had business associates that would come over. And you figure, okay, no, at the dinner table, it was all social, but the kids and the schools and you name it. Then they would go smoke their cigars and they would touch on little things, But the business was actually conducted mainly at a social club that my grandfather belonged to. They would pay cars and all of that, and then they would go somewhere. So a business meeting would be like a 3-day thing, It's like, what the heck, I didn't really come to understand that part until much later. That that's the way it is. Like today here, the power hitters, they really don't do business in an office. They do it at the golf course most of the time. It is a gentleman's agreement. They nod each other. Yeah. Then they let the suits take care of things.
Right.
But that's so elegant. In Europe, that has been the norm for a long, long time.
Oh, a very long time.
And Asia is also, like a little bit more formal, but still, What other country did you go to? Poland?
I went to Poland. I went to Slovakia. I went to Austria.
Okay.
Poland, Austria, Morocco, Italy, and Britain.
At all these places, did you have, like, being the fact that you're a chef, did you have like a specific search for something from the cooking, from the chef world, from the food world?
Well, yeah, I would say when I got, I mean, you know, my time in Poland was spent more with my uncle, and it was spent also as part of a family trip. In terms, you know, my family comes from there, and my dad had done a lot of genealogy work there. I knew people, so the Poland trip was more family, you know, kind of genealogical. But once I got to Italy, that's where the culinary side started coming in.
Okay.
And became friends with these people who own an amazing restaurant in Venice, and I ended up, you know, doing a video over there, and you know, interviewing the chef and his wife, and you know, I mean, that kind of stuff. So that started happening. Yeah.
Let's take a little bit of a break, and then when we come back, we're going to learn more a little bit about. I want to ask you about techniques, cooking techniques. Okay.
You got it.
All right. We'll be right back.
If you have ever thought about remodeling your bathroom but were worried it would take too long or cost too much, then stop worrying. Right now, Jacuzzi Bath Remodel has designed a collection of high-quality, custom products and perfected the one-day remodeling experience so you could enjoy your new bathroom faster than ever before. It's a worry-free bath remodel from the most trusted name brand in the business, Jacuzzi. A jacuzzi bath system fits in your existing tub space. It's a no-mess installation with an amazing style selection, factory-certified installers, and a limited lifetime warranty. Just dial pound 250 on your mobile device right now and say the keyword update for 50% off installations with no interest and no payments for 12 months. Replace that old bathtub with a walk-in shower for a safer bathing experience. If you've lived in your home for over 15 years, it's time to remodel your bathroom. For a virtual or in-home appointment, dial pound 250 now and say the keyword update. That's pound 250 and say the keyword update.
Hi, this is Fred Dwyer talking about my favorite Italian restaurant, Angelo's and Vinci's, at 550 North Harbor Boulevard in downtown Fullerton. It's a fantastic place to celebrate the holidays. Come inside and dine in our Italian town square, complete with our 10-foot Christmas tree. Enjoy our food made from secret family recipes, pasta, chicken, seafood, salads, and our incredible pizza, and our incredible desserts, including my favorite, the tiramisu, flown in from Italy. Angelo's and Vinci's is the perfect spot for your holiday dinner or party. Get your shopping done for everyone by purchasing holiday gift certificates. Feel the spirit at Angelo's and Vinci's, 550 North Harbor Boulevard in Fullerton. Call 714-879-4022 or visit angelosandvincis.com.
We are back with Mr. Rico Mandel. Rico, in Europe, the cooking methods are a little bit more farm to table. Do you find that?
I find, yeah, a lot more farm to table.
Okay. Is the same culture and preparation as what we have here? I mean, there seems to be a little bit more soul in some of the countries than the restaurant. It's like here, you find like barbecue restaurants that are, I mean, there people pour their heart and soul into them. But then somebody opens a, let's say, Mexican restaurant.
Right.
And it's just a commercial enterprise. The cuisine is not really Mexican per se.
Oh, no.
It's you know, they wanted to pass for it, but it's not. The same goes with Italian foods. And so what did you find, let's say while you were traveling in Italy, since you're more partial to Italian food, what is their passion that is not the same as here?
Well, I think it's just cultural. The passion in Italy is about quality of product.
Okay.
I could talk to pretty much anyone. They don't have to be a chef. They don't even have to be associated with a restaurant. And they're going to talk to you about the farmer, the cheesemaker, the rancher, whoever it is, right?
Okay.
About how they know that guy who's making this amazing cheese, or who raises his sheep to a certain, and that, or olive oil. The passion is about quality of product. And there's also a lot of rules and regulations in Italy that keep the product pure. All right. So it's always about quality over quantity. And not only that, but there's a ton of product that's readily available right outside of your door at the local butcher shop, the produce stand.
Yeah.
All of that kind of stuff is there. Anything from a small supermarket that they have in Florence that I would go to, or the butcher shop. It's all good stuff. Whereas here, a lot of the product is flavorless. It really is. I mean, I was able to buy meats and fish over there. You're getting a whole fish, and you're not even thinking about these things. You just walk in, and that's just the way it is, right? And so, I was cooking over the weekend, and I went over to, Ralph's. Walk in, I'm just like in shock. It's like, oh yeah, that's right. I'm back here. I can't. I'm not going to go into the market and find 10 different kinds of whole fish there that I can pick out and. You
know what is really funny is that I found here in the valley, right on not too far from here. There's a Filipino fish market.
Oh yeah. The Pacific.
Pacific.
Yeah.
And you go there, and it's like amazing. The hundreds and different kinds of. A lot of them I really don't know, so I stick very much to the ones I recognize.
Right.
But I see people coming up with, I guess, the red snapper and little flat things.
Oh yeah.
And they're supposed to be delicious. I mean, there's, I don't know how to prepare them. I mean, like I can take a tilapia, cut it, fry it. I don't know. Fish is pretty much the same. You either poach it, broil it.
Yeah, it's just whatever cooking method you decide to use. You can. I mean, I had fish I had the best mackerel I'd ever eaten in my life in Austria.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's called steckelfish, and they just take the mackerel. I don't know how they season it, any of that. Put it on on a stick, and it's above the coals, and it's just cooking. And then they serve it to you wrapped in kind of newspaper. And you open it up. This stuff is tender. It's flavorful. It's got everything that you could ever.
Well, you know what's really funny? I used to go to Brighton Beach in England, and you go there to famous place where they did the fish and chips, and they actually gave it to you in newspaper.
Yeah.
So just.
Oh, absolutely.
And it tastes. I mean, just fantastic with the vinegar. Malt vinegar.
Malt vinegar, yeah.
Oh God, yeah. But what's really funny? You just sit there with a little thing of newspaper and eat.
Yeah.
But the fish itself was like out of this world.
Oh, my God.
The simple batter and the whole thing, just beer batter.
Yeah. So I mean, when I was in Poland, I mean, the food in Poland is great. It's really, it's simple, but it's so flavorful. The product is just so flavorful. And I went and visited my friends in the town where my grandmother was born, and one night we had a pierogi dinner, and oh my God, and then she makes it with these wild mushrooms. And there's so many people who you just go out in the forest and you're getting the mushrooms out of the forest.
Yeah.
It's just, that's the one thing I don't know enough about mushrooms to do that, but oh man, I would love to be able to do that.
Yeah. Well, first you need to know where to plant the little blue box.
Right.
So you can put the mushrooms
that's what
in.
it is. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. That's where I made. Okay. You're always thinking, aren't you?
Oh yeah. You know what? I mean, it's just one of these days I'm going to invent the right compost to grow those things. No, I think you know what, we do need to get back into the simple things. You know, and there is a way to do it here.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, just need to find a way.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a little bit of a break. And when we come back, it's closing time. We'll be right back.
Have you heard about Vine to Bar chocolate? It's the winemaker's chocolate, the world's first chocolate made with well-vined Chardonnay marc from the beautiful coastal vineyards of North America. Gently pressed grapes are harvested after juicing, dried and finely milled and carefully blended into the finest dark chocolate. The Chardonnay marc contains highly beneficial grape nutrients, flavonols, and has a natural sweetness that flavors the luscious dark chocolate. Mouth-watering, flavorful, delectable dark chocolate goodness with Chardonnay sweetness and beneficial nutrients. And it's alcohol-free, too. It's Vine to Bar chocolate. Order some today at vinetobar.com. That's VINETOBAR.com. Cold shipped to your door, it's Vine to Bar. Vine to Bar chocolate. Visit us at vinetobar.com.
These are the sounds of Columbo's Italian Steakhouse and Jazz Club.
Look at this ribeye. Did you see that ribeye?
Fantastic. Incredible.
This is delicious.
Sausage and lentil soup, special today. Very, very good.
Look at this garlic bread. Best garlic bread I ever had.
And here's Vic Perino, owner and operator of Columbo's.
A lot of the Italian recipes are my uncle's own recipes. We have a lot of people coming back for his hand-rolled lasagna. We make it basically from scratch. I think ours is exceptional.
Here's Vic on what makes Columbo's different than any other Italian restaurant.
The other thing that sets us apart from other Italian restaurants is that we're an Italian steakhouse. We specialize in our steaks.
Plus, there's more.
We have entertainment 7 nights a week. So they're coming for a lot of reasons to value. They're value per dollar that they're getting, plus coming into a neighborhood-friendly place. Sometimes we're actually accused of being the melting pot of Eagle Rock.
Columbo's in Eagle Rock on Colorado Boulevard, 323-254-9138. Manja.
The smartest way for you to get the lowest prices on your plane tickets, domestic or international, is to call SmartFares first or last, but you've got to call us before you book your plane tickets. Fly anywhere in the world, fly anywhere in the U.S., and SmartFares can save you up to 75% on your plane tickets. We have the lowest airline ticket prices on over 500 airlines, and you've got a great 12-hour free cancellation window. Plus, with our live agent help, you can always get fast help and fast answers. So on your next trip, maybe today, maybe tomorrow, how about right now? Pick up your phone and call SmartFares, plus save up to 75% on your plane reservation. So call right now. 800-915-2644, 800-915-2644, 800-915-2644, 800-915-2644.
All right. Well, it's been such a great time having you here, my boy.
Always, always.
Tell us how to, people can get reach out for you.
Well, I've got my website, misenplace.com. That's mizenplace.com. And
you're selling products.
Yeah, selling products. We're selling artisan products from small local producers from all around the states.
Okay. Okay.
And then we also have tours and events and cooking classes, virtual and in-person cooking classes that you can take from.
Yeah, that's something that I've been wanting to talk to you about, because I think that is something that if people always ask me, where can I take cooking classes? I never know what to tell them.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I can tell them, go to Pasadena to, what is it, the culinary schools?
Yeah, yep.
And, but sometimes people want a little more just guidance, more like a little refresher course on how to do things.
Right, right.
Not everybody is a professional chef, but I think people are leaning more towards doing it a little bit more quality at home. You know, I've been doing that for a while now, and I find it so enjoyable. The only thing is that you start buying stuff, all of a sudden you have a shelf full of powdery shakers there that you don't know. You know, you use them once and then. But you know, I mean, actually, like meat, I learned that little salt, little pepper.
That's it.
That's it. You know, you need to let the flavor of the item you're cooking come out.
Yep.
Otherwise, what you taste is just the salt, right?
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, salt is what allows you to taste. You know?
Okay.
And the thing is about, like, for instance, you were talking about the cooking classes. You know, you can do a virtual cooking class, right? You can actually get your friends, your family, all over the country and have them all taking the same class at the same time. And I mean, what we offer on our site is from people who are actually in the countries that, for the type of food you want to learn, right? And that's their area of expertise. You know, that's the Italian person or the Spanish, the woman who's, you know, knows Spanish food or Greek.
You know what is really funny when you say Spain? Learning how to make tapas.
Oh, yeah.
Is the most enjoyable thing in the world.
Yeah.
All right, so we are going to work on this with Rico Mandel here, and we are going to be talking about maybe promoting some of these classes in the show.
Sure.
So, you have something to say?
I would love to pop in for a cooking class.
Okay.
I'll have to go to the website Mise en Place, right?
Mise en Place, yeah.
MIZENPLACE.com.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to come through and put together some cooking classes.
Oh yeah, yeah. There's some really cool ones on there. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Seriously, I think sometimes we just don't know how to make the right hookup. You know, but the stuff is out there.
Oh, it's out there. You know, and we're trying to put it all together in one place.
Yeah. So any of you who want to learn more about Rico's classes, such a thing, or whatever we have planned for the future shows here, send me an email. You can do that very simply by going to lifestylebuzztoday@gmail.com, lifestylebuzztoday@gmail.com, or www.lifestylebuzz.today. Okay? Don't make the mistake of putting .com because it's not going to happen. Okay, so it's lifestylebuzz.today.
Right.
How about that?
Sounds good.
I mean, it is the thing of the finger that just does it.
Yep.
You know, last words, Mr. Swade.
This was super informative. I'm gonna have to get out and travel a lot more. That's all I've gotten out of this. The main thing I've gotten out of this.
Well, you know what? I think you have somebody here. We have a guest here in our studio. Beautiful guest that I'm sure will keep you company on your trips. Okay, so with that in mind, hey, share a smile, share a handshake. Just share yourselves openly without any reservations and have a blast, all right? Life's good.
Are you tired of your favorite talk show sounding like this?